to something in the
something in the way. Urges, as if there's something coming over me, as if it's something that was meant to be, as if there's something coming. Allergies, as if there's something coming over me, as if it's something that was meant to be, as if there's something coming.
You don't wanna believe what he said. Another fountain in your life, another day where it seems like it is real time. You go out, grab the bag and ride wherever under the sea decide. Break a glass door. You say the things you do not like, pretending you're in control now. Play a role, yeah. You got it going on the big side. Cool, I don't wanna go. Why couldn't I listen to this alone? Side. You don't wanna believe what he said. Another fountain in your life, another day where it seems like it is real time. You go out, grab the bag and ride wherever under the sea decide. Make a glass door. You say the things you do not like, pretending you're in control now. Play a role, yeah. You got it going on the big side.
forget, I as a child. A little later you were struggling with nothing to hide. There's still some confidence, it's painfully staying inside. I should be over the moon. There's tunnels and there's lights. There's hugs and there's smiles here. Something crumpled up inside. It's now out in the open.
Do you know, ferocious and tremendous, that was Long Fling, live from Maida Vale and Cool Bottle Water Park, and before that you heard Pig to open the show tonight. Welcome to the airwaves, guys.
Hello.
Real pleasure to have you on. So, Pip Blom, would you mind introducing your bandmates, please?
Yes, of course. On the drums we've got Saul Rubenstein. We've got Tender Blom on guitar, Darek Merks on bass and bass synth, and then we've got Willem Smith on the guitar and singing as well.
Fabulous. Okay, just sounding so great to start the show there. Thank you so much. And so,
thank you.
You did play End of the Road at the weekend.
Yes, we did.
How was it?
Very, very fun. We had a great time. We were there with both this band, Long Fling, and our friends from Personal Trainer, which was really wonderful. We saw some cool bands, and we're all still a little bit muddy, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. And so, you're still young enough to enjoy the chaos of festivals. I mean, even well-run ones like End of the Road. So, did you spend much time there?
Yeah, well, we arrived on Thursday and we left this morning, so it was really fun. But we do sometimes ask ourselves why we do it so often.
It is, you know. I mean, I've said this before, and I've never slept in a tent in my life.
Have you not?
No. And
wow.
And there was no way I was going to start doing that in the ages of like between 50 and 64 where I find myself now. So I have been to End of the Road once, and it was, I have to say, biblical. It was just so unlucky. The weather was biblical that weekend, but I did sleep in a caravan. So that is me all over, and I can only apologise. Okay then, so when you say Long Fling, what have you just flung?
That's a really good question. I have no idea.
So who came up with the name?
I think it was the both of us. We were looking for a band name, and we just had a lot of options, and then settled for this one. It was really hard to come up with a band name.
Yeah,
it's always quite tricky, I think, and we just stuck with this one and hoped we wouldn't hate it immediately.
You were also probably hoping nobody was going to ask you what it meant.
Yeah, for sure.
There is some kind of festival within the UK. I'm not sure exactly where it exists. I'm sure somebody will tell us. Where they have the locals from a village, and they have to fling a Wellington boot as far as they possibly can, and then obviously the one that goes furthest is the winner. So you can use that if you want in the future.
Wow,
thanks.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you mentioned their personal trainer, and of course Pip Blom, the band. So how did Long Fling come about in the first place?
Well, we've been
making music like on and off for about 10 years. I think we basically made kind of like one song a year, Pip and I together at home. And then at one point we both had a gap in our schedules, so we decided to make a record out of it and start a band and do like a small run of shows. That's basically it.
It was almost inevitable, really, wasn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, well, depends, because at first we always started fighting a lot when we were making a song, and it ended up with me crying and Willem being also frustrated. So.
And very angry.
Right, so who's the mediator now? Who is the the mediator within the band? Because obviously you've got cold water and you've got fire. Who's the lukewarm water in the middle?
It's got to be Saul behind the drums.
Right. A drummer?
A drummer, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? No, that's most unusual. Well done, mate. Okay, then. So tell people where they can get your music, and let us know exactly what music we can expect in the near future.
So
they can buy our record on Bandcamp because we are releasing it ourselves, but they can listen to it almost everywhere. There's only one single out now that's called Flung, and there's going to be a new single out next week on the 9th of September called Cool Bottle Water Park. That's the one we just played.
Yeah.
And then the album is going to be out in October, I think on the 3rd. We're going to do a small run of UK shows and Dutch shows, and then we're going to call it quits.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, I remember, you know, there are certain bands that were deemed to be, and I hate the word, and so do most people involved in it, projects, okay? So in inverted commas. And I remember that sort of Metronomy was Joe Mount just doing stuff in his bedroom as a project. And then, of course, everybody loves it, and it's great. And so here we are, but, you know, 20 years later or whatever. So you don't need to do that. But so can you tell me where both Pip Blom and Personal Trainer are up to?
Yeah, we're both writing a lot. Willem is going to the studio soon.
Yeah, working on a new record with a personal trainer. Just taking a break right now. The end of the road show we did this weekend was the last one in quite a while. So we're taking a break from playing, but we're making a new record.
Okay. And Pip Blom?
Yeah, it's kind of the same. Well, I mean, we don't really have a last show, but yeah, I'm just trying to make new songs, but I always struggle, so it takes a lot longer than I like.
Well, we'll wait for you, don't worry.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
Absolute pleasure. So, the 15th of October, you play Brighton, Hope and Ruin. The 16th, you play the Lexington in London. And on the 18th, I hope to be there, you play Yes in Manchester. Are they the only dates that you've got lined up at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we need more, patently. But you've got 2 more songs to do for us. We have been playing Flung a lot already, and we love it. And you're also going to do Weird Peace, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Long Fling live in session from Maida Vale. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
It's a real pleasure. Just wonderful. I was fearful of a false end then. It didn't happen. Long Fling, live in session from Maida Vale, Weird Peace, and preceded by Flung. I would like to dedicate all 4 of tonight's songs to Erwin Blom, if no one minds. I'll see you at the House of All gig, mate. Thanks to you, Long Fling. You're great. If you do pack in after those few dates, you should have been called a short fling. But anyway, it's too late now. Big thanks also to Ross Saunders on the mix tonight with Brendan Gormley and Bod Brewster in Maida Vale. You've done a great job, all of you, so thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Take care and see you in Manchester, hopefully.
You too.
Ta-ta. Bye.